Okay. All right. Cool beans. All right. Let's give it a shot here. Let's start out with just some updates. Okay. Hi, I'm Glenn, City Valley Fishing Field Team, COAF Field Team, and yours truly. We're live today. And what we're doing here is, well, we've got some stockings coming up. In fact, let me go and take you to the one we're talking about in particular. This is one in Flower Mound. Okay, so we're located in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and this one's just down the road from us. Take 121, the tollway 121 from McKinney, basically over to Flower Mound. And the one we are talking in particular are Heritage Park and Rural Daysel Park. Been to both of them, but of the two, I tend to like Heritage. Excuse me. I tend to like Heritage Park. And the reason being is it's smaller. It's going to get stocked with, let's see, 750 trout tomorrow, January 6th. So, well, let's just talk about the place real quick. All right, here it is on Google Maps. It's a fairly small part, a real small pond here, and then some ample parking. And let me go and zoom us in a little bit more. All right, very small pond, okay. But it does hold fish. In this case, when they stock it with trout, you'll definitely be able to catch a few. So you've got a little parking area here, circle area, all kinds of stuff. But anyways, you park and you can walk down this pathway here. There's a bridge pier-like thing. And last time we were here, it was really clear water. And you could see the trout moving about. And pretty much anywhere in the pond was a good spot. Just it got a little crowded, but that's the way it is. Anyways, that's a good opportunity. If you go during the week, maybe it won't be as crowded. And again, this is just off of 121 going to Flower Mound. I think it's off of Spinks Road. And again, it's going to be January 6th, 2021, Heritage Park in Flower Mound. And let's just take you to some of the old, let's see. Not sure if you can hear it, but here, let me go and make some adjustments here. All right, and all I'm doing is just describing how yours truly is getting there.
Aware of, and what we wanted to point out is a classic example of overshooting our exit. Here's the exit coming up on where we needed to make our turn, and what will happen is we'll kind of forget that we need to turn there, and so that was where our exit should have been, right by those warehouses that you'll see. It's Lakeside Parkway, and what will happen is Lakeside Parkway to South Garden Ridge Road. The pond will be on the left from South Garden Ridge Road. So what we ended up having to do is overshoot it, go by Grapevine Mills, like we're going to Bass Pro Shots, make another right, come back around into Flower Mound. We're able to get to Heritage Park. And so here's us making it to Heritage Park. Hadn't been here before. Google Maps didn't show any water in the area, so it's a fairly new pond. All right, we're here in the city of Flower Mound. There's 3 lakes.
And you can see it's a small pond. There's that little walkway that I was talking about. And let's just go ahead and run the video.
That they stock, and this is one of them. This is Heritage Park, and so far what we've been seeing is a small pond with some folks getting some trout. So we're going to give it a shot ourselves. Sure enough, we gave it a shot, and here's a classic example of what's there. There's a trout jumping out of the water, and we did notice that they seem to be feeding something on something on the surface. There's another view of the pond.
So again, you can see that it's a small pond. There's the little pier walkway area.
Bite's kind of slow today. We did some fly fishing, saw somebody catch a couple using a copper john under a strike indicator, but this time we had to go back to power bait. So we got one so far. Let's see if we can get a limit.
So we had that one. Here's number 2 that's going to be taking our bait here.
Alrighty, so let's go and shift to the other trip that we went there. Okay, so this is another trip yours truly made several years back. I think it was a week after the stocking. The first time it was stocked, I think it was like December 4 was the first time we went there. Okay, and this is excuse me, Rural Dazel Park. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but you can see it's a lot larger than the other pond, and so it might be a tougher bite trying to fish there. But it may also have some more room. I went there several years ago, and it was a tough go. So if you have your choice between the two, maybe try the smaller of the two. And let me adjust the size of this real quick. All right. Anyways, let's go and flip over. I think just describing what I went out there with. Let's see. Yeah, this is Rural Dazel, I think. Let me go and just run it.
Some missed turns and whatnot. We're able to find the park, Daisel Park, and here's a view of it. It's a fairly large looking pond.
One thing to notice is there's no parking, so you pretty much have to park in a residential area. So we're gonna park here and walk down to the pond and see if there's anything that'll bite, and then maybe we'll run over to another one of the ponds. Wish us luck.
It's a fairly good-sized pond. Just using a super duper here.
So we ended up striking out. It was pretty tough to figure out where the trout were, and our guess would be to go with power bait next time we go there.
Tennis courts there. I got a big sign saying Leonard Johns Community Park, and we got some ducks and geese and maybe some trout. All right, it's one of those days where we're just going to go with bait. We tried out super duper and didn't have any luck here, but we're going to see what happens with this power bait, and hopefully we'll get a bite. So far we've worked around the pond, trying different spots. No hits yet, but we were staying optimistic here. Okay, so we're getting a hit. Looks like we might have a bite.
Well, as it turned out, we stayed a little bit too optimistic. It was our only bite, and ended up staying there about another hour or so.
Right, we ended up coming back to Heritage Park after striking out at the other two places. So let's see what happens. All right, tried power bait. We got him on a inline spinner. All right, little guy. All right, it's one of those things where you're just getting lucky, and I got this inline spinner. It's a minnow spin in pink and 1/16 ounce. Got it out of some mystery tackle box present we got last year. Number 3, cool beans.
So again, this
so we got
this
three
is
on
Heritage
that
Park.
inline
Earlier we
spinner,
had
and
Rural
switched to fly rod.
Park.
As it turned out, the bite kind of turned off on us, and went in with this a variant of a pink, or a correction of a purple near deer, and we were able to hook into this guy. This one turned out to be the biggest one of the 4.
All right, we got it on that purple near deer variant. Cool beans.
So it was 4 this round. There's a view of the fish. Till next time, we'll catch y'all later, and good luck and good fishing.
Alrighty, so that was an idea of what's out there. Again, Rural Dazel as well as Heritage Park are getting stocked over there in Flower Mound. Of the two, you can see that Rural Dazel is a lot bigger than the other pond, Heritage Park. But Heritage Park is small, but there's going to be 750 trout in there. And going back to Google's Maps, you can see it's a fairly small pond. All right, looks like Axel's on. Hi, Axel. Just doing a little quick update, trying to see if we can just give some folks a heads up on maybe some opportunities for fishing here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And this round, we were just talking about rainbow trout stocking schedule here at Flower Mound, at Heritage Park, and Rural Dazel Park. And then some past videos. I'll put a link in the description to the Heritage Park, where I went on December 4th, 2016, and then later, a week later, back on December 11, 2016. Alrighty, so all for now, and well, if we have some more stuff that we can think of over the upcoming week, we'll definitely post it, and maybe we might be hitting Heritage Park this weekend. All right, but that said, I think let's go check real quick. I think there's another spot that's getting stocked again that we like going to. Let's see. Let's take one last look. It looks like, let's see, it looks like Waterloo. Yeah, Waterloo over there in Denison, and Grayson County is going to get stocked. And it says January 10th, which tells me there's probably a trout derby January 9th. Let's go check real quick. Bear with me as I do a little search on Google. Okay, let's go to Denison. Sorry, wrong computer. Denison Trout Derby. Fishing Denison Trout Derby. Okay. Let's go to City of Denison site. All right. Yep, I was right. Okay, so it's going to be the 14th Howard Kaler Trout Derby, scheduled for January 9th from 9 a.m. to 11:30. And let me go and show you what I'm talking about here on the website. Okay. And what prompted us here is I'm looking at Grayson County, Denison, right here. And it says Waterloo Park Pond. It's stocked 12/17, and then later January 10. And looking at the calendar, January 10 means it's Sunday. And usually they don't stock on a Sunday. And guess what? There's a trout derby January 9th. So probably they're probably going to stock Friday night, Friday evening, or possibly the morning of. And if you're interested in giving it a shot, it looks like for residents, it's only $7. And for non-residents, $10. Looks like you got cash prizes, casting contests, and door prizes. I've been to one of these, or several of these before, just shortly after the derby. And, well, you can see here, there's, excuse me, a derby on the 14th of January, or correction, on the 9th of January. There's going to be another one on the 6th of February. And then there's another one on the 27th of February. So there's a lot of opportunity to catch trout over there in the Denison area. And our suggestion, well, if you don't hit Heritage Park, you can always run up the road to Waterloo and Denison, Texas, and give it a shot. Okay, so all for now. Appreciate those able to join us this morning, and we'll definitely recast this and post this both on our Facebook page as well as on our YouTube channel. All right, next time, catch y'all later, and good luck, good fishing.